Hey everybody, it's Tony for eModels.co.uk. Welcome to part 11 of the Valentino Rossi high-speed riding set build. I'm just going to read you a text that my stepson just sent me. PS4 and Xbox One are having a fight, and here come the ambulances. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. I like that. I do like that. Anyway, what was I doing? Hey, welcome back. Usual thing, go grab your beverages and your snacks and things like that, and then we'll get ready to dig into this. Now I'm afraid, yes, we're continuing with the decals on the figure, and yes, there is some more time-lapse involved here, because there's only so many times I can show you a decal being put on and make it look interesting. You know, most of the time I was actually listening to music anyway, and didn't speak, and I can't play the music I was listening to because of copyright and things like that. So for the most part, the time-lapse that you'll see is where I just go into iPod mode, and other players are available. So yeah, I'm afraid you're going to have to sit through some more weird and wonderful music and time-lapse and things like that, but towards the end of the video you'll see just how balmy this was driving me, because I start waffling, and it's, yeah, editing this together, I'm thinking to myself, you sound drunk, lad, and I wasn't, I promise you. Full of coffee, I wasn't drunk. So, sit back, relax, enjoy, and we'll finish off the decals on the figure. So, as you've hopefully seen from that last clip was well over half an hour's worth of just sitting here doing this. So I'm going to throw on these last couple of decals now, and then I'm going to have to get up and walk around because my legs have given up and they're sat there looking up at me going, what's going on? What are we doing? So I'll just throw these last couple in, like I say. So there's one or two that are being a little bit problematic. They're not quite lying down like they're supposed to. Like this one around the hump here. Now that blue line there does go round. There's like the collar itself before you get into the hump. So you get this blue line that does fall around. Now I keep going at it with the set solution, the blue bottle, but this corner here just won't sit down properly. So I might have to trim that because it does actually lie over a little bit on the edge. So we'll leave it to go off overnight anyway, and then we'll come back. It's bedding down nicely on the top, and it's actually slowly forming over the wrinkly bits here. So that last corner there just won't bed down, but once it's dried we can actually run around that with a really sharp blade and just trim it back a little bit because it is a little bit too long. The blue stripe here, I've actually decided to go with that because the colour I chose isn't that far off. You know, that's the colour I chose for the paint, that's the actual decal, so we're not that far off with the paintwork from the pre-made bottles, so I'm quite happy with that. But this side did actually overrun. It's supposed to stay level with the light blue here. Getting shots on me. It's supposed to stay in level with the light blue here, but it's actually a little bit too long. So we've trimmed that back a little bit, and you possibly saw that in the time lapse. That one there doesn't quite want to bed down again, but we're not too bothered about that. We just keep going at it with the set solution. Don't use loads though, because like I say, this will actually strip it back if we use too much of it. So we just keep going at it, and just soften that one a little bit. I'm actually going to score down that zip there because that will actually be separate anyway. So I'm going to score down that with a needle like we did with the helmet, down where the zip goes, just to split these two decals here. This one over the top is actually a flap, so we can leave that as is. We've got a tiny little sticky over piece here that we can trim back afterwards once it's all set down. Just there at the top corner. I doubt you'll see that. So there's one or two, it's not quite behaving, but these are why we use the solutions. So I'm just going to throw this Fiat one on really quickly. That's not. I'm still getting quite croaky as well. I'll give you an idea of how much I've used. Round about there at the moment on the bottle, I actually started about a 1/4 inch further up. So I've actually used, there we go. Is that working any better? No, not really. Right then, where's my spare bottle? I've actually got another bottle knocking about somewhere. Alright, it's completely different, it's a clay wash, never mind, you get the idea. And down there at the moment I did start up here somewhere, so I've used, you know, a fair amount over the course of this one. I thought the Yamaha had quite a few complex curves. I tell you what, that helmet, ugh, that helmet was atrocious. It's good fun, don't get me wrong, I say atrocious, it was actually quite good fun. I actually enjoyed that. And no, I'm not just saying it. It's a good little challenge. Oh, but it's just sitting there for the best part of a day doing it. It's not one of these things you can tackle in half an hour. Same with this, we're actually on day 3 now of doing all this. Whee, where are you going? So, if you do buy this kit, allow plenty of time for the decals. Don't expect to do it all in one sitting because, you know, it's just not doable, Jim. Oops. There's a cooking tail stick. There's a cooking tail stick. Let's give that a quick nudge. Nope. quick tamp down, squeeze out the excess. That actually behaved itself. It's one of the very few that's behaved. Bridgestone. So I'm going to pause here and I'm just going to crack on with this in time lapse again. I'm going to get off and walk around and do my bits and bobs and go for a wee. We'll throw these ones on because these actually go hover on this side now. I got the Bridgestone decals on. What else have we got? They go on the underside of the yellow arms, under here-ish. Got the number 1 that goes on the shoulder. I've got the shiny boot labels that go on here. Oh yes, there we go, just off camera as well. I keep going at this one. This one's not settling down properly. Got a big sticky out edge, which you might be able to see there. There you go, big sticky out edge just on the corner. That boot's the same, so it's not quite doing what it's supposed to do. So I'll just keep going at that with the set solution. But I'll do that when I come back after me wee, because I need a wee. And then after that it's pretty much done. These are the blue parts that I actually painted, so I don't need to worry about them. Don't forget, if you are doing this, add that to the belly, where have we gone? Where the Yamaha label is, just above. You actually need to add that one. I forgot, I didn't do it because I got carried away. So I'm not going to use the zips because I've coloured those in with the oil paint washes. They go on the shoulder pads, the shiny silver shoulder pads. These go on the elbow and knee pads. Not too sure about these two, I'll have to figure those out. These go on the boots and somewhere else. This lot here on the gloves. We're pretty much done. So we're getting there slowly. I'll go away now because my bladder's shouted at me, so I'll be back in a minute. that last clip was the best part of 40 minutes, something like that, and I got numb bum again and I had to move around and things like that, and without you I've carried on doing the small little decals, teeny stuff that's not really worth filming. So it's like this tiny little silver thing, and then the one in the heel, and then the ones on the ankles and things like that, and these little things that go on the silver pieces. It's not really worth filming them because they're that tiny, and at that kind of angle that you're looking at the moment, it's not really worth filming. I've said that about 4 times already, haven't I? I've got like 7 cups of coffee in me as well, so everything's like if you get the chance, if you haven't done so already, watch a cartoon. It's about 10 years old now, called Over the Hedge. There's a character in there called Hammy the squirrel. That's how I feel at the moment when he has the caffeine drink. You know, everything's like happening in slow motion. It's great. So the last decals have gone on the inside of the arms now. So in principle, that's it now for the body. So I've just got to let them go off. I'm going to leave them for about an hour or so before I start going back with that one, the red stuff, the sole set, sole. Hang on, which one am I on? Yeah, the sole. You know, just cover everything. We've still got a couple of decals that aren't playing properly. We've got this one here, this front edge, just here, still lifted up in the corner. It's not quite bedding down, so hopefully the sole even. I'm getting confused again. The red bottle, the number 2, will help tack that down. There's a couple of other lumps and bumps that aren't quite settling like they should do, but a couple of coats of that stuff should sort it out, hopefully. So we're going to move on to the gloves, and then that's it. That's literally all I've got left. Where are we? There. That's all I've got left on the decals. So we're getting there very, very slowly. Do get there in the end. So I'll do one glove and then I'll repeat the other without you sitting here with me. So I'm just going to take that one there, and we need. Oh, I've got a decal missing. Got a fast web one. Where does that go? That goes on one of the legs. Sure it does. 49. Right, I'll figure that out in a minute. So 54 goes on the right glove, which is this one here, and I'll need 52 to go with that, which is this one here. So what I started doing whilst you were away as well, just put those there nice and safe, is instead of dipping into the water, because that water's gone cold and I couldn't be bothered getting up because like I said it was a 40-minute clip, and I carried on going, so I was at it for another good 20 minutes or so after I switched the camera off. What I started doing was dipping into the blue bottle, the blue button, stop it, so that's the micro set, and then brushing it over the decal like so. Get the paper nice and wet like so. You'll see the paper go dark, you can't actually see it on camera. I need the right glove, so you can stay there. I need the right glove, and this will go in this piece here. So let's get some markers set there as well. I think that wraps around most of the way around that corner. What actually happens is the decal moves a lot quicker than if we have water on it. I've discovered something. Now I wouldn't swear that that would work with larger decals, but these smaller ones, it's brilliant. And then we just literally whack that over the top. Now we should have not too many problems here because these are nice smooth surfaces. We've not got complex curves and wrinkles like we've got with some of the wrinkles we've got on the outfit. So this should be straightforward, this. It's going to be famous last words, isn't it? It's going to come round and bite me on the backside. Big sharp pointy teeth like that. Yeah, I told you, I've had too much coffee. Way too much coffee. So that's that one. So I'll just give that a quick squish with a paper towel. Like so. So that's that one. This is the one that's going to be appearing in the bum. Take the brush out your mouth, Tony. So I'm going to trim that way. Trim that way. Like so. No. Trim the number away. Like so. So this is the largest decal I've done so far, where I'm going to be using the wet the brush in the microset technique. So everything so far has been nice and tiny. So we'll slather the front, slather the back, get it all nice and wet, and it's all wrinkling. That's fine, that's what it would do in water anyway. So get it nice and wet, like so. And then this one should fall like that. You're far too far away to notice that, so it should go in like this. So this top corner, yeah, on in focus, there we go, should follow that corner there on the glove. Well, that dark line is just underneath the detail. Look at that, look how quick that's moved. That's fantastic. So I wouldn't swear to it that that would work with a really large decal. I wouldn't go any bigger than this, to be honest. But tiny ones, yeah, give that a go, it works. And it does with the cartograph ones anyway. So go. I'm doing this live now, don't show me up. The instructions lie. The instructions say that should go like that, dead easy, and it doesn't. The instructions are telling porkies. So I'll use the cocktail stick just to wrinkle it around, because that is supposed to stay in line there. Nope, don't start flying about. It's slightly too large as well for the area that we're working in. So that needs to go there, and that goes there. Ooh, you've been a tricky little monkey, haven't you? Oh, you are being a trick, that monkey. Right, get around there. Yo, stop your messing. Ha! That got you. It's better. Almost. So that's that one. There or thereabouts. And then we get one that goes across the back of the knuckles there, which is this one with the bulldog on it. guess we'll go that way around. Oh, I tell you what, my back is killing me. I definitely need an orthopedic chair now. There you go, look how fast that's moving now. Ugh. Right, so that goes there. Like so. There you go. Get that a squish. Right. I need somebody to help me out with the pronunciation of that name as well. Just bear with me a second whilst I get this sorted out. I'll show you on the big labels. Labels? Decals. Because I don't know how to pronounce his name. It is... Where are we? Get the legs. Get the legs, Jim. That name there, how do you pronounce that? Help me out with that one, guys. Because I'm not too sure how to pronounce that. I've got a feeling it's Italian. I could be completely wrong. Dainese. Dainese? Dainese? I'll need your help. So when we look at that one now, we're upside down. There you go. Look how fast that moves. This one here is definitely going to need plenty of the sole to help that one conform to all those little curves across the knuckles, because that's definitely lumpy and bumpy. So we've got all the knuckles like that, so you've got big ridges like that that it's got to conform to. So we definitely need the red solution for that one. You stay down. I shall shout at you in very naughty words with Welsh in them that I vaguely remember from when I was a kid. And I'm going to stop there, let these go off and settle down a little bit. I'll come back in about 10 minutes. So that's going to give me a good chance to nip around and put a load of salt all over the main body. So I'll do that in time lapse. Will you sit down? Morning. I've just taken a photo now for the Facebook page. Yeah, let's see what kind of response that gets. It's usually like that. It's all giddy and belt-fed. Right then. Quite happy with this. Have a look around. Everything seems to have settled down overnight. Absolutely battered it with Microsol, the red bottle, number 2 bottle, before I turned in for the night last night, and everything seems to have settled down nicely. There's still the odd corner lifting up here and there, like on that shoulder decal. So I'll just give that another smacking in a minute. Got my croak back. Everything's all today. I don't like that. So this boot that I was worried about, this entire corner here on this side, getting shot Tony, on this side, was still lifted up before I battered it last night with the Microsol, as was that corner on this boot, all lifted up, and everything's settled down nicely. You can make out panel lines now. Where have we gone? Panel lines in a uniform. Yeah. Seam lines and things like that. We can make those out now, so we can get a wash onto those. I'll probably give that another smacking with the number 2 bottle. Now, the last thing I did before I turned in was I added the finger knuckle decals even. We've still got a slight lift. This one here is an absolute pig that goes on the little finger. It's supposed to wrap around, and it was just lifting up every time I did anything with it. So I'm just going to give that another smacking with the Microsol again, and I'll do that glove whilst you're here with me. So I'm just going to absolutely batter this now. Not get the right brush, Tony. That one. This is quite worrying me that the croaks come back. It's like I've been smoking 20 fags all in one go. So there you go. Absolutely batter it, and then leave it to do its thing, and that should pull everything back down again. So that's that. So I'll put that one back away. And then trim these numbers off from here. It actually goes on the decal sheet. Just zoom you in. Zoom you in. There we go. That way. Look. Too close. Focus. Focus, 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 focus. There we go. So it actually goes on a decal sheet. That finger, that finger, that finger, that little finger. So the little finger is over here. The forefinger is this one. So it's quite a good system, that. So I'm actually going to work the reverse of how I was doing it last night. Because last night I started off with little finger. Oh, hang on, too close. Like I say, that was, you just kept lifting up around this knuckle. So I'm going to start this side and then work away into the nasty one. Normally my style of working is do the nasty one first and then work into easier. But I'm going to do it easy first, then into hard. So wake my brush up. My brush has gone stiff. There we go. That's better. And then straight onto the decal sheet. I think I mentioned this in the clip I was filming last night. That seems to activate the decal a lot quicker than warm water does. It's great for small decals, don't use it for anything big though. I found that out on a test I was doing. I did it on a big roundel that I've got spare, you know, for the plain kits. Roundel was a little bit bigger than my thumbnail. It didn't work. Didn't like it. It was a cheaper decal too. And it went split right down the middle. Like that. Helps to make the noises. It really does. So, now that I've got my gloves on, well, that should be ready. Just going to cuff something out. There we go. So I'm just going to slick the knuckle. Look how faulty that is. That's great, I like that. Go it on the brush. You want to see the pile of decal sheet I've got at the side of me as well. So as you can see, that's horribly standy up stiff, doesn't want to do anything. So I'm not going to worry too much about that, I just want to get it on there. Give it a slight tack. Like so. So as long as it's attached, I'm not too bothered. Now that is freaking quite a few of you out already. I can hear you. What's he doing? What's that about? Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Now we're doing his work quite quickly now. So again, dip into the set, wet the decal, wait for the paper to go all, you'll know it when you're doing it. You'll see the paper darken. Arsenal. So I'll get that one ready as well. Cut these two ready. Where you cut? There you go. I'll slick the rest of that again. You had to fiddle, didn't you? You had to go messing. There you go. Look how quickly that works. It's brilliant. Right, so budgie one as well. Like so. Just got to trim the excess away on this big decal here. There we go. Like so. So it looks like he's doing this kind of thing now. That's kind of cool. And then slick that one ready. This is my final decal. Yay! I'm gonna have to do it. It's the final decal. Alright, I'll stop. I was headbanging and everything behind you then. It's not my fault. Don't look at me like that. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Let's bring that in. The detail on that decal is ridiculous. It's all Zentangle and everything. And I know that because my missus does it. All that Zentangle stuff. Let's just give that a quick tap there. Right, so as horrible as that looks right now, nothing's lying flat, it's all sticky up, it's all horrible and what have you. I'm going to leave that for a couple of minutes. I'll let some of that white vinegar evaporate. I'm going to put that top back on there. So, give you a quick talk around as well of this one here that just wouldn't do anything properly last night. Like I say, as it turned in last night, I absolutely smothered it in Microsol, the red bottle. Same with this decal here, number 46, it was just lifting in the corner. Battered it, absolutely battered it, so everything got all wet, so I'll show you how I did that. because all this will do now is just increase the work that we did last night. Increase the work? That doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to hit that corner there. So it's literally slick your brush like you normally would, knock your excess off. Do that again. Wet your brush like you normally would, knock your excess off, and just literally smother everything. Like so. Like I say, this has been left for overnight as well. But this, as long as you've not sealed any of these in with any varnishes, this will still work. You get a good couple of days of playtime with these decals. So overnight will certainly work. You definitely need it, especially with something as good as Cartograph. They are slightly thicker than normal decals. You can see there, that one's lifting again as I put this on. But that's fine, it'll settle back down again. These Cartograph decals, because of the amount of detail that you get in them, they are slightly thicker than your average decal. And you definitely need these two bottles for it. Especially where you've got a wraparound curve as tight as that. So be patient, allow yourself a couple of days. You know, don't expect to do this in one sitting. Right, now that's had a chance to go off. Don't worry if it lifts. It's fine, we'll just give it another quick manoeuvre. Just be patient. See? It's working already. That knuckle has managed to drag all the way over. So what we'll do now is we'll just smother these like we've just been doing a second ago. And bear in mind this is all one clip still. We're about 12 minutes in. We'll leave that for about 10 minutes, we'll come back, we'll have a look at it, and that should be enough to just pull everything in. So we'll stop there, I'll go make a coffee, I'll go put my glasses on as well because my eyes are killing me. Yeah, I'm doing this without glasses on again. So I've got a headache. Okay, jokes. So in the space of time it's taken me to go and take a comfort break and make a brew, that's settled down lovely. We've still got to lift up, hang on, still got to lift up on the little finger, so I'm going to leave that a few more minutes just to do its thing, because there's still a bit of moisture knocking about on it. Once that's gone completely dry and I can't see any liquid on there, then we'll come back again with another coat of the Microsol just to settle it all down. Not a problem, that's coming nicely. I'm getting giddy now. I started to do it, I've just taken a lot of photos for the Facebook page. As you can see, he's still not attached properly, he's only held on literally on the top half with his right hand. So I'll just pull that away, pop that back off to one side, take the legs off, and put you back nice and safe. Right, so this has had about 20 minutes now to sort out and do its thing. And it's all flattened off now. So we've still got a few wrinkles, things like that we need to take care of. What has happened is the little finger has come right across onto the ring finger. So I'm just going to very carefully gently tease that back across, like so, and persuade it to behave itself. As you can see, that's still quite soft, so be very gentle if you do any any soft adjustments like that, or final adjustments. So I'll give that another walloping with Microsol, and then I'm going to leave that completely for an hour or two. And I'm going to go away, I'm going to watch some soccer on the telly. So it's Saturday. It's a Saturday thing in Manchester, you have to watch soccer on TV. Apparently. Yeah, I know. terribly Mancunian. Running around with the rest of the knuckle draggers going meh and stuff like that. There we go. Right, so leave that for an hour or two, see how it goes on, and then carry on rinsing and repeating as necessary from there. And then at some point this evening I'll varnish everything again with gloss varnish to seal everything in, because I'm happy now with where the legs and the body are. I'm happy with the helmet. Helmet's already that's already been varnished and things like that. And as you can see, very carefully I can pop the face off so I can display him with the face off. And put the helmet back on. No problem. No problem at all. Just about make his face out in there. That looks stunning. Happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Look at that. Glorious. Right, stop twaddling, Tony. Get on with it. Almost. So, one last whip around, and then we're going to varnish. Seal all this in. I'm actually brush painting my varnish on this time rather than spray painting it on, because I want that last little bit of control. And I'm finally committed to what I'm doing. And I swear I've just heard Fox saying he needs committing. Yes. Alright, alright. Don't join in with him, don't encourage him. I'm not so sure if you can make this out on camera. I'm actually using the light to my advantage here to let me know where I've glossed and where I haven't glossed. Paying particular attention to that decal there, where all that lovely ribbing is, and then let's see, we can enhance that detail now with the next wash that we do. So that's that. Now on the lower half, obviously I've got the clamp on the right foot, so I can always come back and do that separately. And off camera, in between doing all these decals and what have you, I've actually gloss varnished the helmet separately, just to seal everything in. Obviously we had to do that so we could do the split on the helmet, but once the helmet was split, to give us that lovely effect there, I've varnished over it again just to seal everything in. Hopefully I remember to mention that during the helmet section of the build. There we go. And the Magneto helmet part of the Rossi face actually holds that in place now, along with that liner underneath. It just holds everything together. Brilliant. I got all excited, didn't you see it? Yeah, I know. I'll calm down in a moment. Clang! Hey, that didn't work. So, let's go for the right foot. Left foot even. Let's reload my brush. So we'll do this this foot here separately. And that should be that. Let's go back across these ribs, just make sure we stabilise those. Okay, right. Let's see how that one in was from here. We'll leave all that to dry now. And we'll come back and have a look at that. Hey, what time are we on now? It's getting quite late now, so I'll have to look at that tomorrow morning. When I come back, tomorrow morning being a Sunday. I'm afraid I'm a terrible host. I do apologise most sincerely. I forgot to film that part where I made the stuff up. It's basically the same thing we've done before. It's Odorless Thinners and Starship Filth mixed together. I'll throw the clip in here. Yeah, you know who you are. So, Odorless Thinners and one of these little votive candle things, or whatever they're called. Votive, something like that. I don't know. Don't tell the missus I've nicked it though. It's a good plastic base. It's like really chunky and solid. And it's literally just a squirt of thinners into the pot. So it's like less than what, 1 mil. Could use a mil if you want. It's just a small quantity, like so. Squeeze out the excess. Drop that over there in my little pot. Cap on before I spill it. And then taking a darkish colour oil paint from the 502 Abside long range. Now it's Starship Filth, and it is like Rocky and Horse Poo. It's dead hard to get hold of everywhere. It's one of those things where unfortunately you're gonna have get your words out. Have to sit there watching all the websites until it comes out. And once it's out, move quickly because it will sell out very, very quickly indeed. And we're literally just a small quantity on the end of a grotty old brush that you don't mind gumming up. And this is actually my oil paint dry brushing brush. That works better in my head as well. So we're just literally going to mix all that around, and we're after a nice runny consistency, like so. That's possibly a little bit too wet, so just from the cap I'm going to pinch it a tiny little bit more, like so. I am sorry. I thought I'd press record and I thought I'd hear ding-a-ling-ling, but apparently I hadn't, and yeah. So, still got, let's try those again. Ooh, now then, last time, I didn't quite show you this. Let's bring you in, get away from that glare. See how nice and clean those bristles are. And again, keep your oil brushes from your acrylic brushes, keep them separate. Watch how fast this disappears up the bristles. Zip, like that. It's fantastic. So that's one clue of how that's working. Now if we take the wrinkles in the gloves again and put a big dollop on, you should see it zip down the creases in my glove. That's a terrible example, Tony. Get that again. Zip. Off it goes. So that's a good way of testing the flow. Scrub it all off on piece of kitchen roll off to the side. Right, let's go over these again. Don't worry if it's looking splotchy and horrible. Like we said the last time we did this, let it dry completely before we go scrubbing away at it. I've actually tried rescoring a couple of these lines just across this part here. I wasn't quite happy with how that was looking, so off camera I rescored that. I'm just filling a couple of blank spots that we missed the last time around. A bit croaky again today. I don't like that. It keeps coming and going. Now then, just there, we've got that lovely little panel line that we managed to find with all that set and sol that we've been throwing on. So again, don't worry about it looking splotching horrible. As you can see, it's gone over the sides. Let that dry completely. It's not a problem. Just touch that line back in there, like so. And that should go around the decal again. There we go. I find that groove lovely. Lovely stuff. Okay. And then on das Boot. I'll just throw some around the edges there. Nothing too simple. Well, nothing too difficult even. As you can see, I'm absolutely smothering the decal with it. Don't worry, let that dry completely. We'll come back. I'll do the same on this boot. It's not a problem. We'll come back once it's all dry and then rub it all away. It's fine, leave it. Where's his body? There's his body. There's his buddy. Right, so all that hard work we did with the sol, the red bottle, across this decal. Now you'll see why. As we had the wash across the top. But I was being very profane downstairs, I don't know why. I shall go and investigate in a moment. But now I can blend that decal in with everything else. Again, don't worry. Once this is dry, we can come back with a cotton bud and rub over the top. Not a problem. Let's see if we can catch that panel line there as well. Like so. And this one here. Like so. It just adds that little bit of depth to the decal. It just brings it to life. What else was there down there? Doing that zip. The other side of the zip as well. We're just touching a few lines around here. Again, don't worry. I've absolutely flooded the area there, as you can see. Just off to the side. Got some kitchen roll. Take the excess off your brush, and then we just simply work away. Again, wipe the excess off, and then come back. And work away the excess. Not a problem. So again, let this dry completely now. I'm going to give this a good couple of hours to do its thing. I'm just going to add a load around here, just see if we can pick that detail out. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I like that. I do like that. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Let's pick that lovely detail up in the wrinkles on that decal. Gorgeous. Right, was there anywhere else? I think that was it. I think that got everything. It's literally just touching in here and there. Just touch that one in again. Around here, like so. Just emphasise that detail again there, down that side. And there we go. Right, so leave that completely now for a couple of hours, and that's not actually going to waste just yet because I've got another project off to the side that I can work on. See, 3 birds, 1 stone. We'll come back in a couple of hours and we'll have a quick scrub on that, and we're very, very nearly done. Right, let's grab a cotton bud. Tidy this lot back up again. So, I'm going to come across the panel line this time. Are we in shot? Just about. Like me to be out of shot, that is it. So this is a good example. You see how snotty and horrible that is, either side. If we go up and down like this now, we're going to take most of that panel line back out. So if we come across at right angles, leave the panel line detail in there, like so. Oops, bash the camera. So that now gives the illusion that there's, you know, a bit of a shadow there. If it's a bit too much, come down with it. Just takes a bit more out. Just very, very gently though. So I'll do the same here. Just go across gently, like so. And again, we'll come across the detail rather than with it. Like so. Lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay, so if I remember right, that's all we did there. Oh no, hold on. Keep it there. Okay, so again, hopefully I'm not going to take too much out. A couple of spots on that panel line that didn't quite catch, but I'm okay with that. We've got the main illusion there now. Get this at a proper viewing angle. It's mostly there, your brain will fill the rest of the gaps in. It's brilliant how your brain does that. It takes something it's not sure about and fills in the gaps. Oops. So that's that. Lovely stuff. And then going across those wrinkles there. That was around here, wasn't it? Alrighty. We are almost there. Superb. Right. I'll leave that for another couple of hours just to make sure that everything's gone off. And then I'll gloss varnish that. And then that, my friends, will be that. We can stick him on the bike and we can call this done. So there you go. Hopefully now that'll give you an idea of just how laborious. I know, I'm trying to be positive about this. It is an amazing kit once you get it done, but that, you know, a couple of days worth of adding decals drove me insane, to be honest. But it's well worth the effort. As you can see, definitely worth the effort. Now if I flip him over, like so, lose the little buffer pad again. I'm going to have to glue that buffer pad down, I think. You know, once you get all the decals done, it does look absolutely stunning. So it's definitely worth spending a couple of days. Don't plan it all in one sitting. Trust me, it won't happen. And Terry did try warning me about that when I first said I was doing this build. And I rather cockily said, no, I'll get this done in 3 goes, and no. No. Definitely plan a couple of days worth for the decals. Like I say, it's definitely worth it once you get it done. So, we'll leave it there. Join me in episode 12 and we'll do all the finishing bits and bobs, and we'll throw the bike over onto a wonky angle and we'll do the finishing touches, and then that one's done. So, in the meantime, bob along, see the guys and girls at eModels.co.uk, spend some money with them. While you're there, have a quick look around that website, and in the comments below, through Twitter or my Facebook page, or send me an email. The links are at the end of the episode. Let me know what I should build next in the next video, because they've very kindly asked me to come back and do another one. Thank you. So I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves and be awesome.